campground, a very primitive campground. I like this campground though. It used to be one of those campgrounds that nobody goes to because it's like on the way to the Kenai River. It's about halfway there, so people would just bypass it, but now it's full every weekend.
Good trout, well, it used to be good trout fishing.
I know Jeremy has always wanted to come down here for a weekend and just camp. Personally, I like the thick forest and trees and stuff. I think they're all reserved. Reserved. Yep, this campground fills up now. It used to be. That's what happens when you get a beautiful place and people discover it. Reserved. Like I've said before, people ruin everything, don't they?
I was on that site. I could have observed.
Anyways, yeah, we're at Granite Creek Campground. It's a nice campground. I'm gonna walk down over here by the creek. It's a beautiful campground. I don't recall the creek being so high though. I used to walk right out over there. Came here one year. The creek wasn't so high. I brought a chair and I sat right on that island. It was at night. There are a lot of bears here. Of course, this is Alaska, so we are in the middle of nowhere. You know, it really doesn't matter where you go in Alaska. You're gonna get beautiful scenery everywhere. I'm going to take another walk over to this side. I'm going to see what kind of an angle I can get over here. It's a very thick forest, but I know that I was out on those rocks, but I'm not sure if this is where it was at or not. Either I'm at a different spot, or the creek is just really high. I think this is where we were earlier. When I got on the island, I crossed right over here. But I think I took off my shoes and walked over here. I don't really want to do that right now though, because we still got a long drive ahead of us toward Homer. So this is a day use area we're at. There's not an empty spot here. They're all reserved. Like I said, this is halfway between Anchorage and the Kenai River. So it used to be that people would just fly by this campground and never use it because they'd go to the Kenai River to fish. So nobody ever used this campground, but I guess it got discovered. Now you can't get in hardly at all. It's such a nice campground. It was a pity nobody used it, but now it's overused, which is an even bigger shame, I think. I'm staying in a day use area right now. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a really nice campground. It's either overfull or nobody could get into it, so oh well. And got a day use area though, so anyways, on to Homer. Summit Lake. Get it on a clear day, you can see the reflections of the mountains. Or on a, not on a clear day, but on a day when there's no breeze, but there's a slight breeze. Still a beautiful shot though. This here is Upper Summit Lake. Got the fireweeds in the background, if I can get it. Turn Lake. This is where the Seward Highway and the Sterling Highway meet. You keep going one way, you go to Seward. If you go the other, you go down to Kenai and down to Homer. This is a beautiful area. Let's get those mountains in the background there. And it's a beautiful day. It's beautiful sunshine. We are now in Cooper Landing. This is where the Kenai River begins. Kenai Lake is up the road and it turns into the Kenai River. One of the most popular fishing spots in Alaska, if not the popular one. There's three main rivers. There's lots of rivers in Alaska that people fish from, but the three main ones are the Kenai River, Gasilof River, and the Copper River. Hey doggy.
She's super friendly. She just might jump on people. So we wait.
That's alright.
Good girl.
A lot of people walking their dogs. I have a real problem with dog owners who get all protective and don't let people pet their dogs for no reason. See people rafting on the river right there. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. See how green this water is? It's all glacier water. The Kenai Lake is up there. Hold on a second, I'm going to walk up there. That's the Kenai Lake over there. And this is the start of the Kenai River. See how beautiful and green it is. People going on a rafting trip down over there. I would love to cross the street, get a shot of that lake over there, but traffic is just way too congested and there's no place to get a shot at it over there. back to the truck now. Continue my drive. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon right now. It's about 65 degrees here. Feels quite warm and comfortable. I start my job on Monday. I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm going to be driving a school bus. I got classes all day, starting at 6 in the morning. I'm a little bit concerned about that. We'll see how it works out. Anyways, I'm going to turn this off and head back. After I zoom in here and just get the river and the cabins going. Video of the Kenai Lake, right there. Museum that Jeremy always wanted to go into.
Every time we came by, it was closed.
Yep. This is where I spread my brother's ashes last year. He loved this area. He loved coming down here to go fishing. This is Russian River. Well, it's the Kenai portion of the Russian River. It goes into it. But if you look down over there, if we zoom in, that's where the crossing is, and a ton of people fishing. This is his favorite place to come. It's the most popular place in Alaska right here. Right here, Russian River. Especially when the reds are in. See how crowded it is. There's the ferry crossing right there. You cross over there to the other side over there. And there is a ton of bears over there. There's also a ton of fish over there too. Let's get out of this guy's way here. Better clearing over here. Beautiful Russian River. You can see how it's all green. It's all glacier water there. And there's also combat fishing. Isn't Alaska a beautiful state? I am home. Well, I'm heading back to our truck from the river. It's quite a walk. We had to park a long ways away because it's very crowded. Very crowded. Couldn't park anywhere within half a mile. Literally half a mile. Maybe even further. So my brother-in-law and dad are waiting at the truck. It's warm here too. It's about 70 degrees right now. It's in the 70s. And 70s feels a lot warmer in Alaska. Look at all these people here. I miss these places. Some places have more meaning than others. This is one of those places that we used to stop on the way and camp for a night. We couldn't camp in the campground because it was always full. We always parked the vehicle here and slept in it. And like I said, my brother loved fishing here so much. We had to spread his ashes. We used to cross the ferry and go over there. We would always stop. Sometimes he would fish for hours just while we were waiting in the car to go home. We'd stop. He'd want to pull in the water for a little bit, maybe 2 casts, maybe 3. Just come in, we'll be back in 20 minutes. 20 minutes always turned to 4 or 5 hours. Because he loved this place so much. Not just the beauty of it, but he just loved fishing. Personally, I'm not much of a fisherman. Fishing to me is quite boring. But he loved it. He loved fishing. And I love this area. To be quite honest with you, when we went camping, I like to drive more than the camping. I love driving, going through the mountains and trees and forests. It's not the same when you're by yourself though, or when it's just me and my dad. It's just not the same. We haven't even had a campfire yet this year. We were going to last year, but it was too painful because there was nobody with us, and it's just not the same. Good memories should not be painful. It should be good. Hopefully next year we'll be able to get more people to come with us. We'll see. Anyways, I'm almost at the truck.